Hello, welcome to the show. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to show you two hunts back to back. Hunting birds north of Santa Ynez. These rates that you see at the top of the screen include a load time. And yes, we are doing a time lapse. However, if you want to see this raw and uncut, so it's no time lapse, I'm including a link to an unlisted video on YouTube that you can go and click and watch this without any time lapse. So if you have any questions about what happens during any lapses, go check that video out. I'm not going to list it publicly so that I don't want it to pop up on everybody's sub feed because I'm not putting a voiceover on it. This is the only one that's getting the voiceover. But if you want to see the parts that are time lapsed in regular speed, that video is available for you. Now, if you don't know about this method, I can't really show you on this section of the hunt. What happened here is I came into this area. There's another player south of me on the map in the spot that I usually go to, and I thought, well, I'll just go north of him and get some birds to the north of him because I want to respect another hunter's area. I would appreciate if he did that for me, so I'm going to do that for him. And as I was going up, I saw an owl, and I thought, okay, I'll take this owl. And then as I was going at it, some heron popped up, and then this just happened. It didn't have to force any spawns. It was a nice natural hunt, which happens pretty frequently, I guess. You know, like, this is the way the game is supposed to be. But fortunately, you know, I downed enough birds. And check this out. Now, there's alligators over there that I don't want to despawn. So if you notice, since I skinned that alligator, I've been trying to keep those alligators on my screen, because I want to go kill those alligators and get a little bit more money out of that big game meat and those alligator teeth. I'm only going to be able to take one hide, but I think I pick up a 3-star hide off of one of these gators as well. But that's something to keep in mind. If you see animals that you don't want to lose, like you haven't killed them yet, or even carcasses that you haven't killed yet, you just try and keep it on the screen. Don't turn so that it's gone and you can't see it anymore, because then that's when stuff disappears. That's when stuff spawns too. But like the whole situation about forcing spawns that I've been showing people in this area, it works for keeping stuff as well. Like a lot of field of view on this game has to do with if stuff's going to spawn in or not for you. And just start keeping that in mind when you're out there hunting, like paying attention to when stuff appears and when it disappears, and then you can start using that to manipulate how stuff behaves for you in your environment. So you can see I just sold there. Now I'm going to go into my menu, go to online, and then select free roam, hit A for yes, and we're going to load back in and just repeat the hunt. Now this was a 14-minute and 53-second hunt. I earned $82.15 in that time, 330 XP. $331 an hour and 1,330 XP an hour is what that translates to. And, you know, and this time that I ran to the butcher right there, that was because when I originally recorded this, I was thinking I would make this two separate hunts, and I usually do it from the butcher and back, you know, butcher to butcher. The episode starts at the butcher and ends at the butcher. So that was going to be like usually cut at that point. I don't usually include the load screen. But then I thought, you know what? I'm going to put two hunts together at once so people can see the rate per hour, even including the loading session and everything behind it. You know, I'm not including a trip to the post office to get ammo, but you don't have to do that every run anyways. And this is just a good example here. So now, this is a spot where I usually try and force spawn birds. There is someone kind of close to me on the map to the west. You're going to see me open the map numerous times and look at them. I kind of was getting annoyed by it. Thought about going and like killing them because they kept shooting their gun, and it was like, you know, just like, how can you be shooting that many things off at once? Like, what are you shooting at, dude? But anyways, I didn't kill them, and eventually I got my birds to spawn. And I noticed that this gator didn't disappear, so like, I'll kill this gator too and try and get all the other gators to vanish. Sometimes the spawns don't necessarily act how you want them to, especially when there's other players in the area. It can be much more difficult to get the birds to force spawn when there's another player around you. However, sometimes another player coming into the area, like, okay, because I'm going into the area, I don't know, it's hard to explain, like, the other player matrix and, like, how that works. It just, I've been in areas before where I killed all the other players, and as soon as they died, I turned my back to here, and the birds respawned, and then the other players ran up on me. You know, they were trying to kill me when I was skinning birds. But yeah, now I'm a level 1 horse. So now you can see there were no birds in the area there, and I'm looking at the map to see, like, how close is this guy? Is he coming my way? Because if he starts coming towards me, then, you know, then I'm going to really start getting aggravated, and then I might have to pull my bolt action out. But he doesn't. He kind of, like, stays on that side of the map, which is good, because, like, he was kind of there first anyways, so I'm just trying to hold my rage. And then, there he's coming a little closer, and I'm like, okay, well, what's this? But I'm still trying to get my birds to spawn, but he's just close. And I realize it's because there's another player that close that I'm having a problem here. And even having this problem, I still end up with $331 an hour. You know, like, this is not really a terrible problem. It still ends up working out to be a good hunt. So I guess what happens is I see the spoonbill spawn over here, and I settle for 3 of them because, like, I'm totally just kind of ready to just switch servers at this point and get away from this guy. And then I got that heron as well. Okay, now that heron, check this out. See, like I was talking about keeping the live gators on the screen. Now I'm going to keep that heron carcass that's way out far away on my screen. I guarantee you, if I were to look away from that carcass, it would disappear and I would not be able to go skin it. But because I keep it on the screen the whole time, I'm going to be able to make it over there and skin that carcass without any problem. That's something that's really important to know for those really far out kills, that just keep looking at them. Don't let them go off the screen. And don't shoot at something else. Like, you can, like, aim down sights, or if you go into your scope even, if you go into your scope, that's taking them off the screen. They'll come out of your scope and they'll be gone. It's really annoying. And it's good that you know about it so you don't do it. Then we're going to sell these up, and I'll have my profits, my XP, and
let's do it.
Head back out for another hunt.
I'll take it.
I appreciate you coming in. If you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, I'm going to link below the raw footage to this video if you want to see the video without a time lapse. This is where I was at on the map. I'm zooming out for you so you can see there where that was. There's a spoonbill spawn right here. And I will catch you next time. Until then, happy hunting.